Exhausted, Cappy. Very tired, Cappy. Mentally. Yesterday, I just ran a mile. That was it. And I just woke. Speaking of which, I just wrote. It's all I did. And even though I didn't exhaust any real physical effort anyway, boy, yesterday it felt like my chest felt like I did bench press or something. It was felt physically exhausted as if I hiked up a mountain and all I did was write and run a mile. So I'm down to the last chapter. Nuclear Cadillo gets a mention in my book. He gets a mention. But yeah, and I'm tired, so I apologize as if this video is going to be sehr schlecht, as the Deutschlanders would say. But I did have to mention this, and I didn't come up with this phrase, but it was in the comments section, and it was just genius. And the guy said, DEI, so what, you peaked at birth? I was like, damn, that's like a nuclear bomb and a 1.5-mile sniper shot at the same time. The guy just nailed it. And I don't know. Do you young kids even know, like, they peaked in high school? Is that a thing? Al Bundy, you guys know Al Bundy? Anyway, the whole idea, they peaked in high school, is that was it. That was the thing, which is also a lie. A lot of times the boomers told, these are the best days of your lives. So, like, what, at 18, it's downhill after that. And then they changed it to include college, which is just an extension of high school, but expensive. These are the best days of your life. So what, after 22, it's all shit? This is the happiest day. So the happiest day is the first day you're married, and then fuck the rest of it? Just such short-sightedness. But yeah, the whole idea they peaked in high school was, okay, whatever. They got good grades, and they were the captain of the football team, or they scored a lot of plays, generally centered around sports. Al Bundy scored for 3 touchdowns at Polk County High School. And then all of a sudden, the supports are taken out. You don't live in an artificial environment no more because school isn't real. And that was it. They did good at school, but when they got into the real world, they all fell apart, peaked in high school. College, that could be said of pretty much anyone under 50, I'm going to say. I would include myself. I didn't peak in high school or college, but I would say you look at generally the younger 2/3 of the country, most of you guys peaked in college. That was it. There it was. She graduated. Oh, I'm so proud of my daughter. Next year, she's trying to find herself. She still lives at home, has $80,000 of debt. Yeah, most of you did peak in college. But at least you got to puberty. At least it was the theory that you went to high school. You go K through 12, right? And there was a theory you were getting an education in college. Well, then you got a really super good education. And then you go on to do other great things. And then, artificial supports are kicked out. It's not the artificial environment. You can't suck off of mommy and daddy's teats no more. Government don't give you your loans no more for your student loans. Now you got to go and work, and I don't know what, 60%, 70% fail, depending on how you want to decide failure. But at least it was the idea. You were training for the real world. You were preparing to go and succeed. DEI, holy shit. You peaked at birth. Because if you think about it, that's all DEI is. It's the opposite of what Martin Luther King said. Fuck your content of character. It's the color of your skin. It's the traits you were born with. I call it traitism, but by God, that's right. If you're all for DEI, then okay, what? You peaked at birth, right? You didn't even. The most amazing thing about you was the two people that fucked and spat you out. Really, it's not even you. It's your dad and your mom's genetics. That's the most amazing. The most amazing thing about you ain't even you. It's your mom's and dad's genetics. You didn't even make it to grade school. You didn't even peak in kindergarten. It was just, I'm amazing the way I was born. And that's it. I'm using that, man. Now, I don't know if the guy, he could have heard it from somewhere else. Somebody, not me, said it, came up with it. But it's brilliant. It's genius. DEI, you peaked at birth. And it's all downhill because you accomplished nothing, right? By definition, you accomplished nothing. It's just the way you were born. Oh my God, you're girl power, girl ball. Oh God. I think that chart is going down. I think girl power and girl boss, that's going down. The rest of society have had enough. I'm like, yeah, well, we're waiting. We're still waiting for a good movie to come out of Hollywood. We're still waiting for that. We're still waiting to see a good woke video game here. Show us where the DEI has translated into something tangible. Can't. They peaked at birth. That was it. And through their parents and through their teachers and society who said, oh, yep, you're just amazing. You see that plumbing you got below your belt? That makes you special. But doesn't half the people have this exact same plumbing in my belt? Yeah, but it's not the Audi type. It's a hole. That means you're really super special. Yeah, but, I would think, half the population has the hole and not the stick. Why? It's just fine. It's not the stick, but what's so great about the hole? Oh, my God. You just... Don't you understand? Oh, so there it is. Yep. DEI, you peaked at birth. Just like people who peaked at high school, just like people who peaked in college. I don't want to hear it. Real, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. You can't handle the real world. And just stop it. Please stop it. It's not 2020. Please don't do the typical coward little bitch maneuver, which is take your shield or take your trait that you were born with and say, you just hate this type of people. Because if you hate me, you hate the brown-eyed right-handed people. That's what you hate. You do. You have brown-eyed right-handedism. No one's believing it anymore. No one gives a shit. Look, we had this nice little 5-year period we got paid to be because of the way you were born. Maybe a 20-year period where 25, I'd even go so far back as to say, where you got preferential treatment. It's coming to an end. Now, maybe you could convince governments and nonprofits and teachers and all the other worthless horseshit people in the world. Maybe there might be some corporations like, oh my God, we just care so much. But everyone else, no. Fuck out of here. At least Al Bundy worked at a shoe store. Oh my God, I'm born whatever, Jewish or lesbian or what. No one cares. No one cares. And if you're that, well, I'm a proud whatever. It's like, oh, so you peaked at birth. That's it. There you go. It shuts the whole, isn't it great? You want to talk about magic words? That's it. Remember we were calling, oh, this is YouTube. I can't say that. There was a word you could say and that would shut the left up pretty quick. Like, oh yeah, because it's true for some of you people, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Can't say what it is, but it was true. For some, not all, obviously. But this one, like, I'm for DEI. What, you're for it peaking at birth? Okay. We're done. We're not arguing, and it's beneath us to argue. You're racist, sexist, whatever, generally bigoted, depending on what trait you want to. You're just bigoted people who don't want to work. That's it. And if you are for that, it means you are for peaking at birth, or you peaked at birth. Now get the fuck out of here. And no, it's not because of the traits you were born. That trick is old hat, and we're fucking sick of it. I think also people are getting mighty fucking pissed off of being accused of isms and phobes when they aren't. We're just calling out you lazy people. That's it. That's all it is. Stop hiding behind. And by the way, causing reputational harm to the people or the group or the class or whatever you claim to be part of, or might happen to be part of, but you're acting like a lazy piece of whiny shit. And you're ruining those, well, maybe not ruining, but you're lessening the reputation of said group, especially because you invoke power of said group. Oh, I evoke the power of, pick your trait. Everyone's so fucking sick of it. So yeah, I'm glad you peaked at birth. Congratulations. Let's go to the super chats. Christoph and on $5, 100% for minimalism, renting our second dumpster to empty the house in Cheyenne we just sold. The amount of crap you accumulate in a decade. That's interesting you mentioned that, Christoph. I finished a segment in my upcoming book called Zero World Problems. And I talked about how my policy, one of my policies, is I don't have a single piece of clutter. You won't find, I don't have a box full of stuff. I don't. Everything was either thrown away or organized or put to use or displayed. And everything else I threw away. I got sick and tired. I didn't have that many boxes, but I got sick and tired of carrying like the 3 or 4 boxes I had. And I never had as much to fill a dumpster, but I had some that it didn't really have that much. But yeah. Oh yeah, the average American, the amount of stuff that you accumulate, nope. Christoph and on again, $5, Goodwill or the dump. And he says, goodbye, America in Russia. Yep, Christoph is moving off to Moscow, I believe. He's been sending some pictures. Dre, $2, Cappy's too short to have ever Cappy is too short to ever have a peak to reach. I will have you know, our fine sir. I have reached a lot of peaks. I should add them up some. I probably forgot them. There's been a lot. I have done a lot of hiking, a lot of summit bagging or peak bagging. But yeah, I have done that. Nerds who live, $5. I asshole for not dating women on meds, or am I an asshole for not dating women on meds? Ex smoked weed all day and was on Prozac. No, you're not an asshole for not dating women on med. If we were to use the classic use of the word asshole, that would mean you treated someone poorly. Just because you refused to date someone does not mean you were treating them poorly or a jerk. Asshole today just means someone that tells the truth, because everyone in America is a bunch of fucking soft pussies. Bunch of self-deluded self-pussies. I mean, you describe it right here. Woman on meds, ex-smoked weed all day and was on Prozac. No, you're not. You're not. Well, so what? You have your ex, and now there's a new gal that wants to date you, but she's on meds and you won't do it. That's fine. You don't have. No, you're saving her time. You're doing her a service. You're wasting neither of your times. You're saving both of your times. Yeah, I wouldn't date a girl on meds. I just wouldn't. I knew a guy. He's a really good looking dude, and there was this girl. He banged, and she's like, "Oh, well, what are we?" He's like, "We're nothing." She's like, "Well, what do we have to do to be something?" And went through everything. And one of them was like, "Yep, you're getting off these meds. It's fucking bullshit." But I'm depressed. No, you're not. You're not. No, there's no. You're not moving in. That's for fucking sure. But if we're gonna date, you're off the meds. You're getting a job. At you went through it all. No. You don't have a problem, ladies and men. No. 70% of you are faking it. Please stop. Knock it off. No, you don't. No, you're just fat and you're not getting exercise. Not you, sir. I'm talking to everyone who's like, I'm depressed. Nope, you're just a fucking loser. Like, if the people who are on all these antidepressants and Prozac and weed and all, like, if they were NASA astronauts or controllers for large corporations or majors in the military, then I'd be like, oh, isn't it amazing just what a high percentage, like or disproportionate percentage, I say, of people like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm on this, I'm on that, blah, blah, blah. You're all fucking losers. All of you. It's not, it's, you have sad, pathetic lives because you're too lazy to work and make your life better. That's your problem. It's not whatever the disease or the drug or whatever else. As I've said a million times before, well, why don't you go work out and run and exercise and get a job anyway? Okay? See if that doesn't help. Because it's not going to hurt. Dre, $2. You're taking Coach Greg Adams on a power walk. If he ever texts me back, guys in Vegas, he posted a video of him hiking. I was trying to figure out where it was. I'm like, it doesn't look familiar. Not that I'm trying to stalk the guy or nothing. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.